There comes a moment in every person's life when everything collapses. Not just around them, but inside them. The ground beneath feels like it's vanished. Friends disappear. The bank account hits zero. The mirror reflects someone you no longer recognize. This is rock bottom. And while most fear it, I'm here to tell you, it can be the birthplace of your greatest rise. Rock bottom doesn't mean you're broken. It means the old version of you is being stripped away, painfully, violently, but necessarily, so something stronger can be born. The ashes you're sitting in? They're not a sign of defeat. They're the raw material of rebirth. You're not finished. You're being refined. You're not lost. You're being redirected. We don't choose rock bottom. It chooses us. Sometimes it's a sudden loss, a job, a relationship, a betrayal. Other times it creeps in slowly, like a fog we didn't notice until we were completely covered in darkness. But one thing is always true. It feels like the end. And yet, over and over again, it turns out to be a beginning. A sacred beginning. A brutal, unwelcome, but necessary starting point for those who are about to rise higher than they ever imagined. No one talks about the silence that lives at the bottom. The kind of silence that isn't peaceful, but deafening. The silence of unanswered calls. The silence of a house that used to be full. The silence of dreams that feel like they've died. But inside that silence is something else. The truth. The truth of who you are without the noise, without the applause, without the mask. And once you meet that version of yourself, raw and hurting, you gain something no success could ever give you: self-awareness. There is a strength in suffering that comfort will never teach you. When your back is against the wall and no one's coming to save you, you learn to stand differently. You learn to breathe through panic, to find light in total darkness, and to build from nothing but grit. That's where real character is born, not in comfort, but in chaos. Some people think success is built on victories, but real success, the kind that lasts, is built on failures, rejections, bankruptcies, heartbreaks, and moments that made you scream into your pillow at 3 a.m. It's built on nights you cried alone, but still showed up the next day. It's built on days you doubted everything, but didn't quit. Every rock-bottom survivor carries this invisible resume of pain, and that's what makes their rise undeniable. People will look at you funny when you start to rise. They'll remember who you were at your lowest, not who you're becoming. They'll whisper about your past while ignoring your progress. Let them. Their memory of your fall has nothing to do with your future rise. You are not who you were. You are who you choose to become. Starting now. Rebuilding your life doesn't happen in one big moment. It's built in thousands of small, unsexy decisions. Waking up early when you don't feel like it. Choosing to heal instead of staying bitter. Cutting off what drains you, even if you loved it once. Reading instead of scrolling. Learning instead of complaining. Praying when you feel forgotten. Working while no one's watching. These small bricks, they build empires. One of the hardest truths you will ever face is this: no one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your partner, not your government, not your friends. It's on you. And while that may feel heavy at first, it's also incredibly empowering. Because if it's all on you, then the power has always been in your hands. You don't have to wait. You can begin right now. Your pain is not pointless. Your scars are not shameful. They are your story. And if you survive what tried to kill you, you owe it to yourself to make that survival mean something. Don't let your suffering be in vain. Build something from it. Build strength. Build a business. Build art. Build purpose. Whatever it is, just build. Let your pain be your blueprint. People often say, "Don't look back." But I say, look back, briefly. Look back only to remind yourself of how far you've come. Look back to remember that you survived what you thought you couldn't. Look back to honor the version of you that kept going when everything screamed, "Give up." But then, face forward. Your future is not behind you. Your glory is still ahead. Detachment becomes your ally in the rebuild. Let go of the need to be understood by everyone. Let go of the life you thought you were supposed to have. Let go of the version of you that lived for validation. When you release what you can't control, you make space for what you can create. That's freedom. That's clarity. That's the fuel for your rise. If you feel alone in your comeback journey, know this. Every legend was once ignored. Every champion was once doubted. Every success story began in silence. You're not behind. You're just in your preparation phase. The world doesn't see it yet, but that's okay. Some of the most powerful transformations happen in the dark, like seeds underground or stars hidden behind the clouds. Time won't heal you. Intention will. You can sit in pain for years and never grow. But the moment you decide, "I will not stay here," the healing begins. It's not about how long it's been. It's about how deeply you commit to rise. Your future doesn't need permission from your past. It needs direction from your purpose. Forgiveness is a major part of rebuilding, not just for those who hurt you, but for yourself. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know, for how you coped, for staying too long, for giving too much, for not leaving sooner. You did what you could with who you were. But you're not that person anymore. And now, you can write a new chapter with grace, not guilt. Stop asking, "Why me?" and start asking, "What now?" Rock bottom isn't fair. It's not deserved. But it is fertile ground. Your job isn't to understand the storm, it's to grow through it. Your power doesn't come from avoiding struggle. It comes from alchemizing it, turning what was meant to break you into what builds you. The people you lose at your lowest, thank them. They made space for those who are meant to rise with you. The jobs that rejected you, be grateful. They redirected you. The pain you felt, it woke you up. Everything you thought was destroying you was actually designing you. Some of your greatest power will come from your darkest days, not because the pain itself is beautiful, but because you learned to extract something meaningful from it. You learned discipline, patience, humility, awareness, courage. Those things can't be taught in comfort. They are forged in fire. There will be days when your comeback feels invisible, when no one claps, when no one sees your efforts. Those are the most important days. Because you're not building for applause. You're building for endurance, for legacy, for the day you look in the mirror and say, "I made it," not because it was easy, but because I refused to give up. Never compare your journey to someone else's highlight reel. You don't know the storms they weathered. You don't know what they've lost. Focus on your lane, on your bricks, on your rise. Comparison kills gratitude, and gratitude is the key to growth. Rebuilding requires boundaries. You can't keep letting everyone in. You can't keep saying yes to what drains you. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. Protect your space like it's sacred. Because it is. You are sacred. And where you're going, you can't take old baggage with you. Let this moment be the turning point. Let this pain be the push. Let this failure be your fire. You were not born to live small. You were not designed for mediocrity. You were built to rise. And rise you will. Not overnight, not perfectly, but persistently. Day by day, brick by brick, breath by breath, you will rebuild. And one day, the world will look at you and wonder how you did it. You'll smile, not with arrogance, but with peace. Because you'll know you didn't just rise from the ashes, you became the fire.